Thanks for watching this episode of Today's Homeowner here on YouTube. And don't forget to leave us a like and a comment.
And you can share with a friend if you enjoy it, and subscribe so you're notified of new videos.
Thanks and enjoy the show. Every home has them, minor problems that create major headaches. So this week, we're out to deliver the cure. I have a brand new trick we're going to show on that.
Hey, I've never seen this before. What is this going to do?
Over the years, we've shown you a variety of projects in different styles of homes, but instead of working in a standalone house this week, we're helping condo owner Mary Levins correct some annoying little issues in her home.
I jump right on having things repaired or removed and replaced because of things that have happened in the past. Because if you don't maintain your home, it's going to lose value.
Mary has owned this unit for 27 years, and one of those past events that motivates her happened about 13 years ago.
My downstairs neighbor had a fire. 900 square feet was totally gutted to the studs. I was on my way home from work and passed all these moving fire trucks, and then all of a sudden I see they're coming here.
Oh.
And it was a bad situation.
Yeah, that's the kind of feeling you don't want.
That's the kind of feeling you don't want. You don't want to see firemen break your door down.
Recently, Mary began a career change that's piqued her interest in home improvement even more.
I just transitioned into real estate. I'm a brand new realtor. So working on my own home gives me information that I can share through learning about. These are the things that you need to do to list or sell your home. And hopefully I can do that for people.
So we're about to help her tackle a few of those problems. The first item on her punch list is a leaky garbage disposal.
Hey Danny, I really appreciate you coming by here today because this garbage disposal, the sink, and the leaky dishwasher, it is driving me crazy.
Sounds very interesting.
You've got to see, look at the bucket of water here. When I turn on the kitchen faucet,
That's never a good sign, by the way.
that's never a good sign. I actually unplugged the garbage disposal because I was very concerned about it not running. It would spin, but it wouldn't grind the garbage that was in there.
I got you.
Then I noticed a little leak, and then the leak got worse. Also, I don't know if it's a water backup or what it's done, but it had been leaking through this cabinetry through my dishwasher, and now my dishwasher leaks.
That dishwasher drain is running the side of it, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. So it's probably just forcing it back that way. So I think first step will be we'll pull this thing down real easy. We'll show you how to do that. We'll pull that down, take a look at it, see if it needs to be replaced, and definitely that electrical back there, I see the bottom part of that thing is cracked.
That breaker is off. I made sure to turn the breaker off.
Good.
Yeah, let's just leave that off until we have a chance to look at that. Show me some of these other frustrations you mentioned on your little punch list.
I want to show you something else that's really driving me crazy around here. Is these doors in my guest bedroom over here. I wanted to show you what was going on with them.
Alrighty.
These doors right here, I had taken off of the track. Then I changed my mind and decided to put the doors back up.
So you did the doors yourself?
I like to roll my sleeves up, get in there, work on it, see if I can fix it myself. I had a little help with the hinges, but as you can tell, there's nothing there to ground these doors in place.
Down there.
They get pretty excited when the doors are sliding, but they forget the finishing touch, and that's putting the little floor guide on to make sure the doors are guided properly.
I think it's the track. I
Yeah.
don't know if I need a bottom track.
No, it's just a little plastic track that fits right in the middle. That'll be real easy to fix that.
Well, I look forward to doing it. I'm ready.
All right, and I understand you had some other door that you're having some problems with.
Yes, the washer and dryer area that's right over there, the same thing. They're bifold doors, and I think it's a track issue there as well.
Okay,
and
or maybe a little adjustment. A lot of times,
I don't
bifold doors
know.
particularly need those adjustments.
I tried to adjust it myself, and then the dryer wouldn't open. So you definitely gonna have to help me out on that, Danny.
And so many people have little issues with at least one toilet in their house. And I understand you have a little mystery with the existing toilet.
Yeah, I've had a plumber come out, reinstalled flush valve, and then like a week or two later, the toilet started running. So I just turned the water off.
Well, I know you have a lot of little things on your list. I'll get Alan and we'll try to knock out as many of these little things as we can. It's great when you work with a homeowner like Mary that is so intrigued with every single thing we're doing. She really wants to learn everything she can.
I'm ready to roll my sleeves up and get in there and get all this stuff taken care of because it's definitely a priority.
All right, I think you're gonna like this little project. Pretty simple stuff.
What are we doing?
Well, she has all kinds of little things that she needs done. Been aggravating the heck out of her. Her garbage disposal's been leaking for a couple of years. Dishwasher's leaking. Got a weird electrical problem. Doors aren't working, all that kind of thing. So I got most everything we need. And you'll get a kick out of her. She's gonna be right in the middle of it all.
Okay then.
Painting is a #1 do-it-yourself home improvement project, and here are my 3 favorite painting tips. First, when you're starting with a new roller sleeve, spray it with a little water. Put water in a plant mister, light coating, and then just roll off the excess water on a clean piece of cardboard. And what you're doing is removing all those loose fibers from the factory because you don't want them to end up on your wall. And then when you go to pour in the paint to the tray, instead of pouring it directly into the tray, which means cleaning it or even buying a liner, you can make one out of a piece of foil. Tear off a big old piece of foil and crimp it right into the tray. You want to make sure you cover all surfaces, just like that. Then at the end of the day, if there's excess paint, you can pour it into the can or just take the foil out, crumple it up, toss it out, nice clean tray, no paint on your hands or the tray. The final tip is, at the end of the day, when you're done painting, or if you want to take a break or maybe paint the next morning, rather than removing the sleeve and cleaning it, try this trick. Get a plastic bag, a clean plastic bag, and pull the sleeve off into the bag. Then twist tie it, pop it into the refrigerator. The next morning, you'll be ready to paint.
We're helping condo owner Mary Levens take care of some nagging little fixes around her place. And at the top of the list is a garbage disposal that isn't working, and worse yet, it's leaking.
What I'm seeing right now is a definite leak, oddly enough, coming right where the wire is coming out of the disposal, which is no reason why it keeps tripping the breaker and it doesn't work. So we've got a cracked housing somewhere in there, so I've got to take the entire thing out of there and replace it. There's no way I can make a repair on the existing disposal. Have you got the stopper to that sink?
Yes, I do, right here.
How about putting that in?
Okay.
And then what I want you to do is run some water for me. Woo! Have you run this disposal lately?
A couple of days ago.
There's stuff in it, Mary.
I'm sorry.
Wow. I'm not sure what was in that disposal, but it died several years ago.
It had this terrible odor like a dead skunk.
Wow.
So Alan is probably not my best friend anymore. Because the disposal.
That's potent. All right, the good news is nothing's leaking here, so it's definitely in the disposal. So we can change that out really easily. Do you have a neighbor you don't like? I can drop this on their porch.
No.
Oh, okay. You need to get rid of this, and then I'll get the new one, and we'll be set in no time.
One of the other problems on Mary's list is a toilet that's running frequently, so she ran a test to see if the tank was leaking into the bowl.
My experience with doing the blue dye test in the toilet actually came from an episode of Today's Homeowner with Danny. I'd seen it and thought, hey, I could do this. This is easy. And I went in there, raised the lid, of course, put 3 to 5 drops in there, and immediately the dye ran through the bowl.
When Mary told me that the dye test that she did clearly showed that water was leaking from the tank into the bowl, we knew it has to be the flapper. So what I'm gonna do is turn the water off, then I can drain all of it. But the thing about it is it's a little different here. She replaced the flapper because she thought that's what would cause it, and it's still leaking. So the only thing I know to do is we'll remove this flapper. which is fairly easy to do. And I bought a new one, but before, and this was a little heavier it seems, but before we try a new one, we'll take this, a little abrasiveness there, and try to clean that part of it where this seats down on it. Once the surface where the flapper seats in the tank is clean and smooth, I can connect the new flapper to the pull chain and put it in place. This time, when the tank fills up, the seal holds. In the kitchen, Alan has identified the problem with both the disposal and the dishwasher.
What's happening, you got all that unprocessed junk in the disposal, and it's being forced into the dishwasher drain line.
Oh yeah, that's disgusting.
Mary, so what I'm thinking, before we put the new disposal in, since we've got an issue with that plug back here, we'll pull this outlet out and we'll place it with a GFCI.
I think that would be great because it's a huge concern.
All right, well, we'll do that. The electrician put a plug too far down, and then the cabinet man had to come in and notch out the cabinet to make it work. With the fact that I've got moisture under this sink, a GFCI is going to protect Mary against the possibility of any shock, any problems should there get some water down below and short out that plug.
While Alan replaces that outlet, I'm getting ready to replace the missing floor guide on Mary's sliding closet door. Pretty easy thing, actually. I picked one up. It's just really a piece of plastic that has this little guide on it here. And all we have to do is figure out a way to slip this under there in between the two doors. And the challenge is going to be drilling into this concrete floor that you have on this condo. But first thing we need to do is make sure this first door is really lined up well. When the door is closed, the margin between it and the door casing should be consistent from top to bottom before we mark the guide location. To penetrate the concrete, I'm using a masonry bit, but I'm heating it over a candle first so that it melts the carpet fibers as it goes through them.
Hey, I've never seen this before. What is this going to do? And it helped to prevent carpet from raveling when he was drilling inside the closet door.
Once the screws are driven in, the floor guide is secure and the door works perfectly. Okay.
Fantastic.
You good with that?
Thank you.
Meanwhile, Alan has replaced the plug that powers the disposal and he's ready to install the new one. But first, he's showing Mary a detail that a lot of do-it-yourselfers miss.
This is where the dishwasher hooks into to drain.
Okay.
But if you look, shine your light now, you'll see it's actually blocked because not everyone has a dishwasher.
Okay, makes
So
sense.
this needs to be knocked out, and I'm going to give you the honors. Ta-da!
Ta-da, that's a great good-to-know tip.
One other thing.
Okay.
Where's our key?
Key.
Keep this handy.
All right, let me watch what you do.
This is what's on the very bottom of your disposal, and that's so you can manually turn it back and forth if you ever get anything stuck in there.
Okay.
Now, for anyone who loses the key,
Right.
Allen wrenches do the same thing.
You know, upon first glance, this may look like a camera, and I actually thought it was, but it's actually a stud finder. But this is a whole stud finder by Ryobi. Now, kind of thinking of a camera though, it kind of falls in with that because it does kind of give you a snapshot of what's going on behind the drywall when you scan it over the surface. Now what you do is you put your thumbs right here on these two little buttons, and you press the button and you slide it across the wall. Now you see all these LED lights? What that does is it's going to light up and give you the full thickness of the stud. It can also detect metal, it can detect obviously the wood, and it can also detect electrical wiring that's going on behind that wall as well, so you don't cut into those. It has a sensor in here that tells you how thick the drywall is, so it pretty much can solve the mystery of what's going on behind the drywall. You know, quite frankly, I used to have a love-hate relationship with stud finders. I think that's about to change.
Like lots of homeowners, Mary Levin's had some annoying little problems around her condominium. Alan just finished installing a new garbage disposal to replace her broken one, and now he's fixing her broken doorbell.
Well, a lot of times what happens is you get a little corrosion on the wire, and usually you can clean it off and reattach it. In this case, the doorbell was just not in good shape, so I took it off, and it's just two wires, one that goes to the transformer and one that goes to the chime. You wire those two in place. It's low voltage. You know, you can disconnect the transformer if you like to at the chime, but it's low voltage. It's easy to do, and that's all I'm planning here. Two wires, and then attach the new button directly to the wall.
Meanwhile, Mary and I have repaired a sliding closet door and are about to tackle the bifold door to her laundry.
These are the doors I was telling you about. They don't actually meet up and they don't close correctly. And sometimes they pop open back and forth. They drive me crazy.
All right, well, there's a lot of adjustment that's needed here, and I still see some hardware missing down there, but first thing, we've got to take the doors off. Do you know how to take the doors off?
I can try. I can't say I know how.
We'll lift that straight up like that.
Okay.
Pull this to the side, and that takes it out of the pivot on the bottom.
Got it.
Once we get both doors down, we lay them out flat, side by side, with the inside surfaces facing up so we can add the missing alignment hardware.
All right, so that's gonna align everything. I noticed one of your lights are out. I was looking at that when it came in.
I know. I have a light bulb out there, and I believe a bulb broke off in there, but I'm not sure.
It's still in there, isn't it? All
Well,
right.
we might need some help getting that out.
How do you get it out?
I
Don't tell me don't say potato.
No, I was not going to try the potato. I was going to try to turn the power off and call Danny Lipford.
I have a brand new trick we're going to show on that.
Okay,
Let's get these things done first, and then we'll try
Okay,
that.
we'll come back.
You have just a little screw adjustment on the bottom of each one of the doors that allow you to move the doors up or down. And then you have a little adjustment at the top to allow them to tilt in and out. So all you do is close them, make sure they look right, tighten everything down.
See if they open up okay.
All right, let's check it out.
See there?
Fully open. And now the close. Oh, that is fantastic. Thank you.
In the living room, Alan's been replacing a broken pull chain switch on the ceiling fan. And now he's moved back into the kitchen to take care of a flickering light fixture.
This light over the sink in the kitchen had been driving me crazy. I would go to turn it off or turn it on. It would flicker like a strobe light, or it wouldn't even come on at all.
Got your light down.
Okay.
That's fluorescent. Now, the one thing about these is that the ballast can go out.
Okay.
So what I thought I'd do, I like the fact that you've got this a hardwired light. I love it that it's on a switch, so I'm going to keep that. But
Okay.
I'm going to go with an LED. The reason why is, first of all, you're not going to have to worry about that ballast anymore. And even if there were a CFL fixture up there, CFLs last about 8,000 hours, which is great. But LED on the average about 50,000 hours, and it only costs about $1.50, $1.55 a year to run it.
What'd I drop?
The lock washer.
I think the lock washer is on the other one.
Anyone can whistle while they work. Me? I'm going to have a little fun at the homeowner's expense.
Look for it.
Yeah, go ahead. You keep looking.
Is this going to be a blooper, or am I really looking for something? Gee, thanks a lot. Hey.
But it was fun. For me, I mean.
Yeah, next time, look out, Alan.
Eventually, Alan quits goofing around and gets the new light working, but there's still one more light to repair in the bedroom.
And I want to know what kind of magic trick you're going to use with that water bottle.
Well, this is pretty simple.
Okay.
One of the key things is I have to have a lighter.
Lighter?
Okay, here we go.
It just makes sense. There's water bottles everywhere, and to slightly, just to melt it just a little bit to get it to attach to that socket part of the bulb, that really made it very, very simple.
Okay, looks like it's out of there.
Wow, that is a fantastic
Pretty
trick.
cool, isn't it?
That is cool. It's fantastic. I've never seen anything like it.
The repairs we've made this week at Mary's house have been fairly simple ones. Individually, they didn't have a big impact on her day-to-day life, but combined, they were nagging nuisances that were slowly eroding the value of her home. We cleared them all up in a day, but more importantly, we showed her how to take care of these kinds of issues one at a time, and when.
The DIY list was long for me. Even though they were small things, they were things that I couldn't accomplish by myself. As a responsible homeowner, you have to keep everything in working order, or else it's going to lead from one problem to the next problem. I've lived here for a very long time, around 27 years, and it's become my forever home. And I tell people all the time, a house is a house, but you make it a home by investing in things that need fixing. If you see something broken, get it repaired, and don't let it drag out like I did.
Frustrating, aggravating, annoying, those are all adjectives we used quite a bit in this week's show. And it may be the same words you're using around your house all the time, because with a home, things are gonna break, things are gonna wear out. Well, we're here to help. I'm Danny Lipford. Thanks for being with us, and we'll see you next week right here on Today's Homeowner. Well, there's a lot of... What was it? Somebody said something.
No?
All right, here's what we got. A little bit of hardware. Hey, thanks for watching this episode of Today's Homeowner. And don't forget to comment, like, and hit the bell icon so that we can notify you when new videos are posted.
And don't go anywhere, click around, and continue the home improving fun.